very much for staying so late. Just moving the electric skeleton out of the way now. If you're wondering where my voice is, where it comes from, and not from the West Midlands or anywhere like that, I'm in the early stages of suckling flu, which is the forerunner to obviously swine flu. So God forbid you begin next week, you'll be able to hear the word I'm saying. By looking at your face, you're probably glad you were here next week. I've had a very good week this week. You hear people at the moment saying, lost my job, I crashed my car, credit rating's gone through the roof. I've actually had a good day. Earlier today I went to the bank and made a deposit, which is always good. And I must commend the bank on their extensive range of pornography that they have there. It's so much better since the last time I was there, and I was ejected. I didn't say ejected there. So I was a bit puzzled, it was obviously a sperm bank. Should have seen that one coming in, shouldn't you? I also had an interview yesterday. 3.5 hours I was grilled by the 3 people there. Wanted to know everything I've done for the last 10 years. Very nosy people. But on a positive note, my solicitor says 60 hours community service and I should be free without much there. Now 2009 is the year of the comeback. Everybody seems to be coming back, but everyone from the 60s and the 70s. Spandau Ballet coming back. Not really sure why. They weren't that good the first time, were they? Chuck Berry's coming back. The great JC is coming back, which is not Jackie Collins, it is of course our friend with the beard, Jesus Christ. He's coming back. Now, you're all looking a bit puzzled. How do you think I know that Jesus Christ is coming back? Well, it's Beardy outside Sainsbury's and Wills, where I'm from. He shouted across the road to me last week, JP, Jesus is coming back. Well, it took me back, obviously taking you all back, you're all a bit shocked, you haven't been into the secret. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, I've got a job, I read The Guardian. You look in the listings of all these magazines and websites, there's no mention of Jesus coming back anywhere. And he's got a PR agent at work, they're doing some spin doctor on the side. You know, catch him in case you missed him first time round, you know, comeback tour, the great JC. Driving is very stressful. Being a teacher is very stressful. Now, if you combine the two of them and you're a driving instructor, how stressful is that? Teaching complete fuckwits even in London how to drive. And that is very stressful. What is even more stressful with the credit crunch is eventually the people that you're charging £30 an hour, sometimes twice a week, eventually they're going to pass their test, aren't they? The law of averages says that you're going to pass your test. So you're faced with a dilemma. Do you give up the week in Tuscany, organic food and Waitrose, and pass on all the knowledge, all your tips that you've learned over the years, and help the poor cash cow pass their test first time round? Or, sorry, I don't have to explain that one. Are you all familiar with the asterisks? Everyone familiar with asterisks? Hey, you are alive. I mean, comatose there. I'm not talking about the little guy with moustache and robes with a bi-curious boyfriend. It's that little symbol that seems to be in every advert on the television and the newspaper. The little asterisk. Now, if you see that, you know full well you're not going to get the holiday for £99. It's probably going to cost about 300 quid. And you're going to spend another £10 on the phone to Nicky Campbell crying because you've been conned. Well, basically that asterisk is a get out of jail card. Allows you to lie through your teeth and any sort of lie that you want. It's a shame that Bill Clinton didn't use that when he was in the Oral Office, or the Oval Office as it's officially called. You know, when he was on that ABC News getting grilled. So, President, did you have sexual relations with that woman? I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Asterisk. The guy's out of jail, isn't he? Hillary's going to open her leg, she's not going to give him a sex ban, you know, for the last 6 years. He's not going to be known as the president who should have sent that dress to Sketchley's a little bit quicker than he really did. Now, fraud on the television is everywhere, and the biggest perpetrator of this is the laboratory in Garnier. Because apparently there's a guy in Paris called Pascal, there's xenophobia there. He's able to invent a shampoo every week and improve it. I mean, shampoo obviously is not the most difficult thing to invent, you know. It's not rocket science. So how can you improve on shampoo every week, every month, every year? This week's offering, made with elderberries, raspberries, possibly even Chuck Berry because he's coming back. Now what is the mental thought process that you sit down and think, you know what, we're going to make a new shampoo this week, we're going to fill it full of berries. Was this guy in a bath and in a false rape alert? Sorry, did you have a eureka moment? Anybody get that joke? No? Anybody? False rape alert, eureka. Oh, I have to remove that one. There's one guy actually last week got that joke, but then again his name was Mr. Leslie. so we would obviously get that joke for obvious reasons. Now, teenage males, one of the guys earlier mentioned about being mugged by some chows and that. How is it they're able to keep their trousers around their knees? You know, it doesn't matter if they're running from a bus, they're mugging, playing football, their trousers are able to miraculously to hang around their knees without falling. Now, I've looked into this, I've studied it, and what is happening here is Dr. Calvin Klein has invented a new surgery procedure, and he moves their hips to their knees. And obviously he has his business card there, Dr. Calvin Klein. Now, if he's able to do that, and he's able to attach a mystery substance even to their jeans to stop them from falling down, why doesn't he inject that same material into teenage girls' skirts and knickers and stop them from falling ever so quickly? And will probably stop us winning the gold medal for unwanted pregnancies in the year 2012 at the Olympic Games. Now, the definition of unlucky, apart from having to sit in the crowd listening to me for the next 3 minutes and 57 seconds, is going into DFS, which is obviously bad enough, but actually going in there and paying full whack for a sofa. Now, how disappointed and unlucky would you have to be if you went in there, you had to order your 8p sofa? Sorry mate, you're going to have to pay 3 grand. Well, come on, I'm not paying 3 grand. You're paying 3 grand, that's what it is. So you're sitting at home on your sofa, relaxing, thinking, do you know what, this leather is absolutely gorgeous. The Moroccan leather, you know, the extra footrests I've got, I'm feeling really comfortable now. Until you turn on the telly, and you've got the smug middle white Daily Mail couple masturbating mentally on the same thing that you paid 3 grand for probably 300 quid. If you think that's bad enough, you know full well they're not going to pay a penny for 4 years, in which time DFS have probably gone into liquidation and they're not paying absolutely fuck all. How unlucky would that be? Right. Now you look like you've had a long night. I'm sure you've all had a hard day at work. It's just not listening to me that's making you tired and very quiet. The next time you're out driving and you get stressed because the guy in front of you pulled out, relax and just visualise them putting on a hazard-like kiss. You know that little technique where you go, nobody drives here. Well, I just explained it to you. There's a button on the dashboard that you press and the hazard lights come on. Oh, one gentleman there drives, thank God for that. It fills you with glee, it releases all the stress, all the endorphins around in your head. So you have to use big words as well, even though I'm not middle class from London. And you just feel life's not so bad now, is it? I'm not going to commit suicide. I'm going to stop listening to the Smiths and Morrissey. Life's great. Until, of course, the fuckwit in front gets to the top of the road, indicates left, and of course he turns right. Okay, right, I think I've been really good tonight, I honestly do. Obviously the feedback's not as good as it normally is, but I've been really good, exceptional. But you guys, without a shadow of a doubt, have been the best crowd I think I've ever had the privilege to play to. Asterisk. Thank you.